everyone. It is Money, your best financial friend forever. So I don't know about you, but when I go on to YouTube to learn something, sometimes I get yelled at by quote unquote financial influencers. And then I think the worst thing that I hate is that they then start to generalize and talk about how everything with the industry that I'm in, being a financial advisor, is bad. All these guys are trying to rip you off or do certain things. And so I just wanted to debunk some of the financial influencer advice that we hear out there. Now, look, everything that has any lie has a kernel of truth into it. Okay. But I wanted to really, go deep with my advisor, Eric, and just talk about it. And I think it's worth the listen. Matter of fact, I know it's worth the listen, so that when you guys are getting advice from people, you have to trust it. And you have to know what the incentive is behind that. And you also have to make sure that the people that are part of your financial dream team know exactly where you want to go and how to get there. And an influencer that lives, thousands of miles away may not always have the best advice for you. So I hope you enjoy the episode. As always, go to our website, Econologics Financial Advisors, and make sure that you book a call with us. Why should you do something like that? Because there's nothing worse than being in mystery about your financial condition or having questions that could get answered really quickly through just a phone call. I'm not asking you for anything else. You guys can spend 20 minutes with us, see if we actually know what we're talking about, see if we can get you to the life that you want. So I'm going to encourage you guys to actually do that. And I'll see you on the next podcast.
I'm on a mission to help 200,000 practice owners achieve financial freedom. I'm Eric Miller, author of How to Become a Financial Beast. Download my free book today, A Practice Owner's Guide to Personal and Business Wealth You Never Thought Possible.
Okay, here we go. We decided that we wanted to talk about, look, if you go on TikTok, which I don't, you probably do. I know you do.
Oh, yeah.
I know you love TikTok. It's like
I've never made a TikTok. That's way over my head, but I do love to scroll. I gotta admit.
That is your jam, isn't it? TikTok.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty cool.
But YouTube, wherever it is, I mean, you are inevitably going to run into famous people, right? Yep. And these are people that, and some of them are well-accomplished people. Yep. And some of them have done something pretty awesome. And then, of course, they become influential.
Yep.
And then they start imparting their opinions all over the place. And because they're successful, you think everything that they say is true. For the most part.
I don't, but
people do. I'm saying that a lot of people do.
No, okay? Definitely.
So, I'll go on YouTube and I'll look for other people that are giving financial advice but by and large, when I see people that have like really big channels, millions and millions of subscribers, inevitably it will come to some video will come where they now have an all-out assault on quote unquote financial advisors.
Yep.
Like financial advisors are blank. Financial advisors are trying to get you to do this. Financial advisors are blah, 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 blah. Okay. And we're going to get into some of the indictments that they have against the financial planning industry, because like anything else, there's probably a grain of truth in anything.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. And, but when you start trying to generalize a mass of people that are in some sort of a group, and saying that they all have the same characteristics, I immediately check out.
Yep.
At that point in time.
The term financial advisor covers everything from people who are just straight insurance agents to all-out financial planning firms and everything in between.
Yes. And most of the time what they are doing is they are saying, look, I made it because I did blank. And this was against the advice that was presented to me by, a financial advisor.
Yep.
And that's the reason why they're successful. I'm like, okay. I mean, I don't know that I can really put the two together. giving someone advice that has historically worked, I don't think is imprudent. And I don't know. It just kind of rubs me the wrong way when I hear people get on there and just say, "Oh, thank God I didn't listen to that person for everything." Yeah, because I would be broke at this point in time.
Yeah, and I mean, I always go back and say, just because something worked for person A doesn't mean every person in the world that replicates that is going to be successful as well. I mean, if it was easy as just follow step 1, 2, and 3 and be rich like me, I think we'd all be rich.
I would love to see the actual success rate of people when they try to follow the guidance of, someone famous or someone that's done something in a particular area or space. Try to duplicate that and see what the success rate is. Okay. Because there is something I truly believe that people have different ability endowments. They just do. I'm sorry. Like, yes, men were created equal. That does not mean that they are all equal.
No.
Okay. And you have people that have superior intelligence, superior ability. So for whatever reason, they can tap into their potential better than other people can.
Yep.
Okay. And that's not a bad thing. That shows that we're kind of all individuals and we're not robots. Yeah. So I guess my point is that some people just have a high endowment of ability and they're going to win at whatever they do.
Yeah, it's a reality.
Okay. They're just going to win at whatever they do. And then for whatever reason, they have the hubris to think that I can get everybody else to do this too. When in all actuality, they can't.
No.
But they sure want to charge $5,000 for what it is that they can do. Or more.
Oh, yeah.
Or $25,000.
Or more.
Or more. Because of that. So anyway, let's go back to what I hear. The biggest indictments against the quote unquote financial advisors out there is, number one, all financial advisors try to do is put you in stocks or mutual funds. Okay. Like they're just trying to direct you towards putting money in stocks and mutual funds because that's how they get paid. Now, there's an element of truth to that because there are dog shit advisors out there that certainly do that.
Yep.
And they don't really look anywhere else. They don't look at, alternative investments. They don't look at real estate. They don't look at, insurance-based products. It's like stocks and that's it.
Yep.
Okay. And for whatever reason, I mean, you're certainly going to find people out there that have done that. Okay. Like, what? I get that. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the entire industry is doing that. Now, I will say the majority of financial advisors out there do get paid based upon what's called an assets under management. So they do have an incentive to put money into the types of vehicles that are easy for them to make a compensation on.
Yeah. Right? I mean, everybody's got to get paid for the work they do.
Yeah. So, and it's not a great system. I will admit that. I wish more people would lean on towards, like advisory fees or planning fees and be able to have to demonstrate, like, I actually can come up with a good plan. I can actually show you how to allocate your resources and your investments to maximize your ability to focus on the things that you want to focus on, show you a path towards creating a life where you don't really have to have a concern about money for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And giving you some direction towards how to manage certain things as they come up, how to protect your assets, how to minimize your taxes, how to get rid of your debt, how to make sure that your estate plan is in good shape. I mean, these are all things that a good financial advisor will focus on as well.
Yeah,
okay?
It's not. Investments are super important. I mean, it's your money for the future.
Yeah,
but exactly. It's not your whole financial picture by any stretch.
No, exactly. So the idea that a bad advisor is just going to put you in stocks and bonds, I get it. There's probably ones that are out there that do that, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's horrible advice. for a
no,
portion.
I mean, at the end of the day, if you follow that advice and you do put your money into stock, just all stocks and bonds, I mean, you're going to come out way ahead than if you didn't put your money anywhere. So it's not, you know.
And again, this is going to come to, okay, so that's one. What's another indictment that I'll hear against the financial planning community or financial advisors in general? Oh, all they're going to do is try to put you in retirement accounts.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I get that because, again, how much money is in retirement accounts? Trillions of dollars is in retirement accounts. And is it a convenient way for them to kind of get paid and make sure people, it is. And there's seriously a lot of indictments you can make against our retirement system that we have. Okay. People don't fund it, number one, which, and the people that do, okay, yes, they're creating a scenario where a large majority of their money is going to be taxable at retirement at that point in time. Okay. But all I can tell you is that not all advisors just sit there and say, put all of your money in retirement accounts. I can tell you, we certainly don't.
Yeah, I mean, we use retirement accounts. I mean, you'd be crazy not to, but with the tax incentives, but it's not everything.
No, it's not everything. And it certainly should never, it's never designed to do that. But I don't really see a problem. I mean, when I see people just blanketly say retirement accounts are terrible vehicles, like, no.
Yeah.
There are way worse things that people do with their money as opposed to putting them in retirement accounts. And you can sit there and pick apart, well, do you think taxes are going to be higher or lower when you decide to retire? And for the vast majority of people, I get it. They are going to have a tax bomb, a quote unquote tax bomb. But really, I mean, are people going to liquidate their retirement accounts at retirement? No. People usually start taking them, slowly. They start drawing the money slowly out of them. No one that has $1 million in their 401k is going to take out all $1 million and get taxed on it in 1 year after retirement.
Yeah, no.
No one does that. So, stop with the fear that this retirement account is the worst thing since freaking I don't know what's a toxic gas,
leaded gas
or a poison or something like that. All right, it's a tool, it's a vehicle.
Yep.
All right. Now, me, I was never a big fans of just having people load up in retirement accounts, because I did see that the vast majority of our clients are going to have be in an income bracket where they're going to most likely either be at or above their income level when they decide to transition out of their business.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that we're not going to use them,
of course,
in some way, shape, or form. I don't know.
Yeah, but and I think too, when some of these influencers are speaking, they're speaking to the average American, right?
Yeah.
Someone who probably works for a salary.
Yeah.
And, in a situation like that, okay, maybe if you only, maybe retirement accounts are all you need. But when you are a business owner or a practice owner and you have access to the business's cash flow, you should be saving more than what can go into retirement accounts. Because even if you max out all your retirement accounts, I mean, you're only talking
how much?
Probably, $40,000.
Yeah, it's not much. I mean, if you really want to accelerate the process of being, of having enough resources where you can transition and do something else.
Yeah, you're going to need to save more than just what can go into retirement accounts.
Yeah, you're going to have to, have a habit of probably capturing about 30% of your take-home pay to be able to do that.
Yep.
Where a portion of that would go into retirement accounts. So, and try to increase your income as well. So I guess back to my point, it's just a blanket statement of It's almost like financial advisors have become car salesmen. It's like we're like the car salesman now, because all of these influencers have figured out that all you have to do is invest in real estate and buy cryptocurrency, and you can. I think what they're trying to say is that the bottom line is this: the financial advice arena is tied to the legacy institutions, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
It is tied to the legacy institutions, and the legacy institutions are trying to capture you into their system. Okay. And that means that you're max funding your retirement accounts, that you're utilizing banks, that you are putting money in mutual funds and ETFs, and you're paying off your home, and you are, what else? You're saving money, blah, blah, blah. And that's what they're trying to say. Stay away from those legacy investments. That whole system is going to fail. You have to start transitioning over. And I don't know how real estate somehow got away from being a legacy institution.
Right? That's what I was just going to say.
Like, when did that happen?
Right.
Where all of a sudden investing in real estate wasn't part of the legacy institution as well. Because how many homes does BlackRock own?
Right. A lot. Yeah, real estate is definitely, not some new hip investment. I mean, it's hundreds of years old, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, I think that's the core of the argument right there. Stay away from the legacy institutions. You got to think a little differently when it comes to where you're positioning your money. So now we got to start looking at the new world. Okay. And that new world is
crypto.
Is still real estate and cryptocurrencies, and trying to think of what
they love Forex, which is trading currencies.
Okay.
Currencies.
Yeah. Or trading, I guess. Day trading. Which would be another why hire someone to do it yourself? Okay.
Yeah, I forget what the math is, but something like 98% of day traders don't make money. They lose money.
Yeah, I'm sure that's probably the case.
Let's see here, just for fun. Consistent, profitable. Here we go. 1.6% of day traders are profitable.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. In the same vein that all of the Morningstar studies have ever shown, that people that have tried to quote unquote time the market have failed miserably against an index.
Yeah, you can't time the market because the market doesn't always make sense.
And which would lead into the next argument, which is like, why are you putting all your money in just buy index funds and buy and hold? And that's a strategy, which is another, I guess, indictment that I'll hear against financial advice and advisors. Okay. Which, that's probably for another discussion than on the passive versus active management side.
I think that's a little different discussion.
Yeah, because I definitely have some opinions on that one. But I guess my point is like, none of the things that they indict the financial advisors as doing, I don't think are nefarious. I tell you what is nefarious is putting people or trying to scam people into putting money into something that just doesn't have a good thesis behind it.
Yeah, I mean, they make all these indictments, but at the end of the day, 95% of the financial influencers, once they're done trashing everybody who's not them, they try to sell you their course.
Yeah, yeah, and of course or their fund, or something alike to that. And
there's going to be a sale at the end, right? They're not giving this advice for free.
No, not at all. So that's the only thing I really want to try to like make sure people understand is that you need to have a strategy first and foremost. Okay. And you can have your own opinions on where you're going to position your money and how you're going to allocate it. And you should. And you know what? You should be you should be very, very disciplined and strict on where you allocate your money. But that's not my experience with people. I mean, I don't know how many times we have people call us up and say, I need to pull $100,000 or $50,000 out of my blank because I'm going to do this. You know?
I've had it 3 times in the last week.
Yeah. And it's like, well, what is that? And sometimes I can see where, okay, is there a good story behind that? That makes sense. All right. Is that in alignment with what you're trying to do long term and create what you're trying to create for your household? Okay, great. You know, then let's work that out. But if it's just like some, you know, I mean, I did have one client that invested in I'm never going to use his name, a weed company. Weed company. Okay.
Did it pay off?
No. He lost the entire investment. Lost the entire investment.
That sucks.
Yeah. And I'm like looking at him like, dude, here you are, you're a pillar of health, you know, and you're investing in a company that now say what you want about cannabis or all that stuff. I mean, I don't know what the health benefits are. I know smoking marijuana and getting high, by and large, probably ain't that good for you. You know, that's not good. That's like not good. That's not good.
Drinking beer is healthy, right?
Exactly. You know,
it might not kill you, but it's not healthy.
Yeah. Let's not get it twisted here. Yeah. Okay. So, I guess my point is like that was so against like everything that he stood for.
Yeah.
That I was just like, dude, what are you doing? You know, I mean, I'm thinking this silently, and I probably should have been like more upfront, like, dude, what? But you know, I was like, he could afford it. He could afford to lose it. You know, it didn't crash him. It didn't kill him, for sure. Not at all. You know,
still doesn't feel good.
But it doesn't feel good to do something like that. Okay, yep. So I guess my point is like really like inspect what you're doing here. You know, and I think the best investment advice I always heard was know what you own and why you own it. Mm-hmm. Which I think a lot of people can probably tell me what they own. There's a lot of people that I ask that they don't know why they own it. And if the only answer that you have is why I own something is because I think it's going to go up in price, that's a bad reason why you're just going to own something.
Yeah, shouldn't be the sole reason.
No, I think that's a terrible reason why you're just going to own something. So, you know, as we get into this next year, I just really want to implore people to like, you know, look, when someone just garbage pails the financial planning industry, there's a reason for it too. I mean, look, there are a lot of, we run into it all the time where most of the people that we get as new clients, you know, what's the percentage of people that have stocks and bonds in their retirement or in their portfolios when they come to us? Basically. Almost everybody, right? And I'd say a large majority of them don't have a strategy. Most of them never have a system of how they're going to create and build wealth. It's, well, I'm just contributing to my retirement accounts.
Yeah, put a little money away for a rainy day, and that's it.
Flunk number one. Like, no, like if you own a business, you have to create a financial system that is allowing that practice to channel profits to your household so that you can create a wealth building strategy for yourself.
Yeah.
All right. And that's number one. All right. And then part of financial planning is planning for income. And how do we show you how to create or at least have the right targets of how much money you actually need to make? That's what a financial planner is there to do, give you guidance on that. And then hopefully don't make a stupid mistake, you know, and take out $1 million of your retirement accounts to go buy, you know, a 4X, you know, or do something, you know, ridiculous like that.
Yeah, I think it all comes down to at the end, and I alluded
like you guys don't need to spend $200,000 on a coaching program that you can probably get for free on YouTube. You know?
Yep. I could trash that all day, but I'm not going to get started on that.
You should. So, yeah, I think that's probably the vent that I wanted to make right there is just being careful of who you're going to follow.
Yeah, the vent that I want to make, like I kind of hit on this earlier lightly, but the one vent I want to make is just the term financial advisor. Mm-hmm. For all the regulations that our industry has, they've really done us a disservice by not regulating the term.
Yeah.
Anyone can, like I said, anyone can call themselves a financial advisor. If all you do is sell life insurance, you can be a financial advisor.
Yeah.
If all you do is stocks, you can be a financial advisor.
Yeah.
If you do everything under the sun, you can be a financial advisor. So it's such a wide-reaching term that, when people trash the term, like you said, they're trashing a very diverse group. It's, it's not a singular group by any stretch.
Exactly. There's financial advisors out there that focus on, let's say, like corporate executives. Okay. Yep. I would not be a good financial advisor to that person because I don't understand like all stock options and, deferred comp and some of those things where, someone that's more like in that arena would know better.
Oh, yeah.
Same with, working with teachers and retirees and, those kinds of things. I mean, we're not like experts on that kind of like that planning because it's just not the type of people that we're talking to.
No, we've got our niche and we know our niche very, very, very well, but
exactly.
That's why we stick with our niche,
Well, I think that's the point that most people miss is that if you're going to be working with an advisor, I'll take Amazon people for an example. Like I would not be working with anyone that didn't have a bunch of Amazon clients, okay, that understood the Amazon system, because at some point in time you have to go through a sale and understand like what are the profits and expenses and all those things on being like an Amazon seller.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I would make sure that any advisor that you're going to work with understands the industry where you make your money. Like, and I think that would certainly be a benefit to you in some way, shape, or form. I know it is for us. I can't. There's countless examples of because we understood the industry really, really well, we were able to save or help our clients retain hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. Okay, just in basic things that we see, like, oh, you should have done this, or let's do that, or and that's really where the benefit of having an advisor really helps. But they have to understand your industry. So don't spend $100,000 on some stupid program or coaching program that really, I don't know. I don't want to like sound bitter, but like I just don't understand how easy people would throw away $100,000.
Yeah,
or 50. You want to throw away 5,000 or 10,000? Okay, great. But $100,000 on some real estate, teaching you how to like flip home, just you don't need to do that.
No, you can learn to flip homes off YouTube if you really want for free.
Stay in your lane, what you do well with your business. I promise you, people, if you go all in on really trying to figure out the business side of your industry and really trying to make your business, your practice as valuable as possible, it will pay off more than any other investment program that you see out there.
Yes.
By and large, it will pay off for you. So, all right, we'll end off on that one.
All right.
Till the next one.